You're a big like Marvel fan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saw
Yes. Yes, I
the
am.
Doctor Doom shit.
Yes.
Me personally, dude, I don't agree with it. Like I didn't know. Like at first, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like how the hell are they gonna bring Robert Downey and him fight the same Avengers that he's part of? You know what I mean? But then I got schooled, so I posted it on Facebook, right? Like I was like talking shit about it, and then somebody was like, "No, it's part of the comic books." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
I didn't know about it either.
So
And-
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
didn't even know that. Right now, this is all Robert Downey Jr. idea
Oh, okay.
with the brothers, and they're still either finding whether Cillian Murphy is going to be the main Doctor Doom or somebody else's, because that's what I'm seeing on
Like,
on
social
Instagram
media and
and
stuff.
social media. But I did want to point something, and I took notes. Cillian Murphy, yes, definitely Doctor Doom, but why not Idris Elba? And I want to ask you about that. Why not Idris Elba?
Well, he's a good actor. He definitely is. I don't want to. I don't want to bring the race up, like, but that could be it. Um, now that I know the storyline, I can see why they went Robert Downey Jr.
Of course.
And it goes back to like because I lost interest in Marvel, dude, like
So
a
did
while
I.
back because it was just I don't know if it
So
was
did I.
just too much or they were just trying to do too much but after like the Avengers movie, yeah, I was
I
like,
think you and I can conclude it's the same thing that's going on with the Jedi and the Acolyte.
oh, dude, I don't even want to
Like,
go there because I think
they're-
they fucked that up.
What's going on there is what George Lucas never saw, or and I do apologize, I'm gonna get this wrong. The creator of such Spider-Man, and he didn't go for so much the what was gonna hit next. It was what was more on the human side. He passed away. I forget his name. The main guy that was always in every single movie of the Marvels, and the guy with the glasses.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry.
the
I'm sorry,
creator,
guys. I'm sorry,
fucking.
guys.
Oh
Yes.
wow, I'm running blank on it, dude.
Yeah, dude, same me. So
Wow.
and dude, the Acolyte, like after the Mandalorian or Ashoka, but Ashoka was amazing.
Yeah,
It
that
made me
was
cry.
dope. Mhm.
It made me cry. The last episode.
Obi-Wan,
reminded me
too,
of
was
my
dope.
daughter, and that hits deep. Like, and props to the writers, man. Those writers, like nobody. We always focus on the negative, right? The Acolyte, but what about those writers, man? Bring
Yeah.
those writers back. Put them working on better stories for Star Wars and for Marvel. Like, and
Yeah, well, the content's there. Like, the storyline's there. The fans are there. Like, obviously, we're going to be interested in that. I mean, we all grew up with it. So, I mean, we're going to be interested. But I think once you try to force it, or you don't want, one thing that I think that they went wrong is they were trying to do too much on the diversity side. They're trying to do too much on the, like, the woke, they're trying. So, that for me, that's when it was like, what the fuck?
do you think they were trying to do too much, or do you think they were trying to capitalize and bank in on everything they could? Because when She-Hulk came out, they said that they were over their budget, which is bullshit.
Yeah. She-Hulk was cool. I saw it. It was cool. I don't know. Like it's just there's certain, especially with Disney, dude. Like they're definitely a woke company. You know what I mean? So they're gonna want to try and make everybody happy, and I think that's when you go wrong.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I
We
think
see
that's
it with
when you go wrong.
Acolyte. We see it with them cutting every single Marvel. I can't recall, but what happened with Ghost Rider? What happened with Ghost Rider? Blade 2. I mean Blade, the new sequence of Blade. And I wanted to ask you, do you think we're gonna have a rave sequence with the new Blade?
Okay, so spoiler alert, right? I haven't seen the new Wolverine and Deadpool, but this, I've heard here and there, that Blade does make an appearance on there. That Wesley Snipes Blade. So that's dope. And that's
Yes.
why I'm gonna go see it this weekend, and I'm kind of happy for it because I'm a big Wolverine fan.
Yeah.
And one thing that I fucking tip my hat out is that they have not changed Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, dude.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it's Stanley. Stanley was the name of the
Stanley. Yes, Stanley.
So yeah, going back to Wolverine, I'm glad they haven't changed it, and I mean, eventually it'll happen, but I'm glad they haven't. You know, and I'm glad he came back for this. I haven't seen the movie. I've heard a lot of
Spoiler
reviews.
alert: there is a hint, a tip of the hat, to whom they're gonna pass the baton to, and I'm very happy, and it's amazing.
It's
amazing.
Superman, no?
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard that too.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we'll see, I guess. And that's what I thought about the Batman. Remember when they switched it to Robert Pattinson?
Yes.
I was like, dude, what?
Well,
the
it's
hell?
different. It's different storylines, though. Young versus old. You know.
Okay.
And with all the respect, you're gonna hate me on me, and a lot of viewers are gonna hate me on me. Dude, Ben Affleck does do a
He
great,
does.
fucking old Batman, and I want to thank Jennifer Lopez for giving him a hard fucking time on his life. I think that's what fucking that's what really cemented him on his suffering. Also, dude, the fucking caterer, the chef, told you last time
Yeah.
that was how her mom looks, and you
Mhm.
still decided to marry her. Like, you still wanted to cancel that, but you still married the second time. The chef told you, and by the way, the chef told me they had a great fucking blast thanks to you. You know, they all partied after you didn't marry her the first time.
Mhm.
I know this is gonna be on ET or whatever, but
Yeah.
dude, this podcast invites you to come over and talk about that, and you know, I
Well,
know the chef, so thank you.
You know, one thing that I'll say, just because you mentioned J-Lo, bro, like, it's crazy that it that nothing works for her, bro. What, she's been married, what, 6 times?
Well, okay, why doesn't it work? We're in the woke, we're in the boss babe era, we're in the you can do anything for yourself. But if it wasn't for Selena and that movie, she wouldn't be where she was.
True. Well, you heard that,
So
like,
what
she
do you
went.
think? What do you think? I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, there is some movies I like with her.
I'm not saying that she doesn't have talent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, you know, everybody needs a Kickstarter. And
Yeah.
because I lived in Montauk and I know people there, she's been wanting to pretend that it's like New York City. But honestly, I'm being honest with you guys, we don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
we just want to live our lives and work, and she's been struggling with that. Where I think with the propaganda she's trying to seek would fit forward maybe in Dallas, Chicago, even here in El Paso. She's working in a small film, but whoever's around her marketing her doesn't want to think about her working in small films or something that hits hard. I'll give you an example.
Mm.
I'll give you an example. When you look at Gwyneth Paltrow and what she's done with her career, it's way more different than J-Lo. But
Yeah.
we still recognize Gwyneth Paltrow for who she's worked with and what she's done with her career.
But that's a different talent. I think Gwyneth Paltrow is a badass actress.
That's-
you know, so
yes.
not to say
I'm
that
just-
J-Lo
but
isn't,
it's a fair
but
comparison. It's a fair comparison.
well, okay, it's because the thing with J-Lo is, okay, she's an actress. She was a singer, right? And even now, dude, you see that she went on tour. Nobody was there. Nobody
Yes.
showed
Same thing
up.
with Justin Timberlake, and you know what? That's the economy. That's where we're at in the United States. But in
Well-
Europe, right now, these fools are selling out. Like,
But-
what's the name of the blonde one? The
Which
one
one?
that you know, is boyfriend's with the Kansas City guy.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. She's
Well, she's
hitting out
killing
big,
it.
You know?
But now she's killing it here too, though. So I don't think it's that. I think it's just there's no interest. Because I mean, think about it. What hits does J-Lo have?
That's a good question.
You know what I
Besides
mean?
her ass and attributes. But
So I mean, I wouldn't go. I mean, I wouldn't go pay to see Taylor Swift. But there's a better chance of me going to see Taylor Swift than there is of me going to see J-Lo. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. She's
I'm glad
cool.
you-
I
I'm glad you
mean,
touch on that because I have very successful friends that have been traveling abroad to see Taylor Swift rather than see her in the States.
here,
What do you
maybe
think about
price.
that?
Well, look, the economy is bad here for sure. Like I think we can agree with it, and ever since I would say that Biden took over. I think a lot of people say, "Oh, he's doing a great job." But I don't see it. You know, I don't see it. I see. I mean, here let's take El Paso. You know, let's take El Paso.
Yes.
Here itself, crime has gone up. You know, there's our downtown is filled with immigrants. You know, and that is a different thing. You know, it doesn't. It affects our economy in a way of there's a lot. Homelessness has gone up dramatically, and here we have immigrants coming in, getting $600 debit cards in hotels. Yeah, you know, so that definitely affects that builds that. I mean, it hasn't affected me directly, I would say, but I can see why people are pissed off. You know what I mean? And you have to go to the grocery store, and you know what you used to pay $100 for is now double.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So I think that does affect it to people having fun, going out and spending money. You know?
I'm gonna step on some toes right now.
Mhm.
Okay, and this is only because your boy's been from the Hamptons.
Okay.
All the way down to El Paso, Texas. What I will tell you is it's just so inconvenient that the herds aren't coming in right now under this presidency.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just so convenient right now that we have no terroristic threats under this presidency, and it's just so convenient right now that right now, for the first time ever, if we're in peace, like nothing's really going on. Even after the EMP, even after Iran's head prime minister left or whatever, he chose peace instead of having to deal with Netanyahu. And it seems to me that it's too good to be true that we're having peace before this presidential election. And I'll leave you with this. Why isn't that the guy who shot Walmart isn't transferred to Mexico, just like Mexico has sent high value targets? Where is Mexico's respect reverse?
Okay, so a couple points there, right? So, okay, my perspective of it is when Trump was president, that was real peace, bro. Like, there was no wars in the world that we were involved in. Right now, we're involved in Ukraine. You know, right now you have the Israel, Palestine. You know, there's a lot of shit going on in the Middle East, you know, that's affecting people here. Not in a sense of, well, yeah, but I mean, look at the hostages that are stuck over there right now, you know?
Well, they were released. The Americans were released,
but
not Israelis.
I agree with you in a sense of, because we're in the final months, you saw Ukraine, you saw Hamas, you saw all that in the news 24/7. But now that we're getting closer to election day, you don't see that. You see more Kamala Harris, and even Kamala Harris, dude, like, she had the lowest approval rate.
Thank you for touching on that point.
As soon as she becomes presidential candidate, she's the best.
I wrote some notes down. Obviously, viewers, because we spoke what we were going to talk about. What's your opinion on David Bluefit, who took care of Obama's he was the main campaign manager for 2008 to 2012. He's the main fucking campaign manager for 2008 to 2012. I'm sorry to tell you, but no right man or no campaign manager would ever dare to even go into Kamala Harris's camp right now. That would be like going to Hiroshima and trying to be Superman and push back, that bomb. Like, what do you think about that, brother? Like, it's unheard of in politics, and nobody's talked about this. And I don't blame MSNBC. I don't blame Fox because of their lawsuit. But it has to be spoken of. And the Young Turks, they've touched upon this, but they don't want to delve into it. And I will push back on the Young Turks. And thank you for your opportunity to be able to speak about this. But no political right-minded uh, leader would even delve into Kamala Harris's God-saving, Jesus Christ pushing back the rock to even make her win. And you know what pissed me off the most is when Karl Rove, as of the 2nd of August, says he predicts that Harris will win soon the lead over Trump. That's bullshit. Karl Rove has had a hard on, has wanted to fuck over fucking Trump since the beginning, and he's part of the old school. And fuck you, Karl Rove, and the old school. Okay, you're not gonna win. Okay, that's set up in fucking. He's part of the old republic with George W. Bush. My question to you is: you see the old school Karl Rove pushing back. You see David Plouffe, who was a campaign manager to the Obamas, to Obama, twice. All of a sudden, try to be the Captain America to Kamala Harris. My question to you, my brother, who is highly intelligent, who's been through the game, who knows what's up, do you think he's going to be able to push through a Hail Mary?
Well, it's all connections, dude. It's never a fucking miracle. You know what I mean? It's all connections, man. And so you bring somebody in from the Obama administration, right? You bring somebody who had connections to Obama. That already ranges connections, a lot.
Of course.
So politics is just connections, right? Is
Okay.
you do me a favor, I do you a favor. So is he gonna drive her to win? I hope not. I can't say that he won't because you don't know. I mean, I'm one of the believers. I'm one of the people that think the last election was rigged. Okay.
Same.
And it was rigged in a way of it's. And then this whole immigration movement.
Same thing with Al Gore and Bush. I'm just gonna put that out there.
So it's one of those. That's what it is. So,
Right.
is he gonna help? He can.
Right.
They put him there for a reason, bro. He's
so right
he's got
now,
influence.
let me ask you a question. To your eyes, right now, what would you recommend to Trump to win the election? Right now.
Okay, so I mean, the dude is already doing what I think.
You're a magician in marketing. You're a know-it-all.
Well, look.
How does Trump win the presidency without the Democratic Party disguising it as a victim?
So okay. At this point, bro, dude, they tried to assassinate the guy. It was definitely an inside job.
Obviously, what a coincidence
all
that
the
they
proof
shoot
is
the
there.
guy.
All the proof is there. Okay, all the proof is there. At this point, if you're still one of the people that say, "Oh no, it was he set it all up," like,
No.
dude, think about it. If I'm running for president, bro, okay, and they tell me, "All right, we're gonna set up your assassination. We're gonna shoot you."
Why
Tell
would
me
you risk
anybody
a bullet in the head?
Exactly.
Why would you
Tell
risk
me
a bullet in the head?
Same person
Okay.
that would say, "Yeah,
Okay.
sure, go ahead."
Would you agree with me that the same people that said that there was an inside government, that this doesn't exist,
Of course.
that same inside government did what they did with the assassination with Trump?
Yeah, dude, it's definitely that. I mean,
And it still carried on the same thing that they did with JFK, because there's somebody, and I know who you are. You still think that you're gonna still get away with the same story, and it's boring, and you need to change it.
So check it out, bro. Check it out. Democrats were pushing for Biden to step down. Okay,
Correct.
he wasn't stepping down. Okay, so what? Solution number one: let's just fucking kill Trump.
Correct.
We kill Trump. Biden wins. Cool. Because who else were the Republicans gonna put besides Trump? You know what I mean?
Correct.
So that was their escape, dude, to fucking kill him.
Correct.
They didn't kill him. Yeah.
No, so they didn't kill him.
So wait, okay. As soon as they don't kill him, what happens? Biden steps down. They had no other fucking choice. Because he wasn't gonna beat
But
Trump,
why?
bro.
But why?
Because he wasn't gonna beat him. They knew. That's why Democrats were asking for him to step
What's
up.
your take? What's your take on Karl Rove as of the 2nd of August, saying that he predicts that Harris will soon lead Trump on the polling by 15 or 20%? And by the way, Karl Rove was an awesome fucking dick going against Trump, and he obviously worked for George W. Bush, and he's part of the old regiment of Republicans.
So, look, will she take the lead? It's possible, dude. It is, because I feel like there's a lot of people that just dislike Trump, dude, and it's usually because people don't know. And look, I'll challenge anybody to do this. Okay.
Right.
Anybody who says fuck Trump, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
he's a racist. Okay.
Yeah.
Ask him. Okay, he's a racist. Why? He hates Mexicans. Okay.
Okay.
Why? Show me where he says he hates
Exactly.
Mexicans. They can't. They can't.
Do you know that a lot of my Puerto Ricans and my Dominican friends from New York City didn't know that the vast majority of our Mexican affiliates, our homies, were being deported, while Russians and Chinese and others were being welcomed?
Allowed to come in.
You know that?
That's the reality of it, dude. That's the reality. Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
and I ask right now Trump to invite you and me to be at the head of this message to the Latin American community, because we believe in Jesus Christ. That nobody knew that,
And they
and
don't.
not even
they
and not
don't.
even Bernie. What's the name of that liberal
Which one is a
representative?
shitload?
The one that used to work as a bartender and anyways, yeah, as a person who's worked in for the wealthy, it's bullshit.
Dude, no, and look, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm telling you, I have family that's like, oh, I hate, like, Trump is racista, you know?
No,
And
it's
I'm
not.
like,
No, it's
okay,
not.
why do you say that? Because the news told
Yeah.
you he was. Like, the news, this is what people need to understand. The news is a business.
Correct.
And that business, if I'm a rich motherfucker from whatever company, okay?
Right.
If I donate $10 million to CNN, okay? And I threaten to take that money out. Hey, if you don't fucking talk shit about this
Yes.
guy, I'm taking my 10 million out, and that's it. You as the head of CNN are gonna be like, fuck, I can't.
What's your
I can't
reaction
lose that.
to Kamala Harris getting 100 million
From who?
versus Donald Trump getting 75 million?
Well, the question is from who? You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing, bro. Like, who is the one giving the money? Okay, and this is why they hate Trump, dude. This is why they hate Trump,
Yeah,
because
why isn't Robert
they don't
Shapiro-
have to give him money.
Let me ask you another question. Why isn't Robert Shapiro? Why isn't the Young Turks? Why isn't nobody asking where they're getting these monies and attacking Harris? Also, it was very funny on her saying that she's Indian when she doesn't know any Indian food. And when it's up to her, she's African American.
Look, that right there.
I'm a chef. I know. So it was hilarious. But
Dude,
I wanted
that right there.
as a person who looks into insight and is a news reporter, what did you think about that? And has anybody ever said, are you Texan, are you Mexican, are you American, what are you?
Okay, so check this out. That right there, bro. There's a clip, and I've shared this on Facebook, on Instagram. There's a clip of her saying she's Indian. Okay? Now she's black, like Trump said it, right? And people didn't acknowledge it. They acknowledged what? Trump is focusing on race. Like, bro, it's not about race. It's about catching that person in a lie. You see what I'm saying? Just saying something to be likable. If you can't see that, you don't want to see that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you already have your mindset. You already have your mindset on, I don't like this guy. So if you ask me what I can tell Trump to do to, you know, one thing that I liked, and there's a video of him saying like thank you because that saved his life. His stats, dude, his numbers. This dude is going on and he's showing graphs.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this is the numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, bro. Okay, the border was not the same at what it is
Of
now
course.
with Biden, dude.
Of
And
course.
and we see it because we're here. We're in the border. We live in the
Correct.
fucking border.
Correct.
People in fucking, you know, I don't know, Missouri, or they're not gonna know, bro. They don't know, but we know, and I can tell you that it's bad here, bro. It's bad. And look, there's nothing against. I don't have anything against Venezuelans. I don't have anything.
Nothing,
By all
nothing.
means,
But
if
there's
you
a
want to
low
come
crime
here,
rate. There's a low crime rate in Venezuela because they send everybody over here. That's fine.
they released their
Just to let
criminals
you know,
to come
just
here.
to let you know, they some criminals were burned in the state of Chihuahua, and some criminals of Venezuela have been taken care of throughout the United States. Something you will never hear, only here. But that's fine.
Look, this is just what I think, dude. Okay, with all these people coming in, good and bad, because there is good people. There's people that are
Of
just
course.
trying to, better
Of
their
course.
lives.
That's
There
my
is.
grandparents. That's our heritage, bro.
Exactly.
Migrate. Yes.
Exactly. And I'm not against immigration, dude. I'm just saying, do it right. And when you
course.
get here, do right. Don't be a fuck up.
Exactly.
There's many people that have
Exactly.
already been caught raping girls,
Yes,
fucking
especially
stealing. You know what I mean? So
New York City.
everywhere,
Yes.
everywhere around the states, bro.
Yes.
So I have nothing against it. Come here. This is the best country in the world. I was lucky enough to be born here. Thank God for that. Now we must protect it. If you're gonna
Yeah.
come here, do it right, and be a good person while you're here. Be a hardworking person. I have no problem with
Do
that.
you know what happened to the Colombian and the Spanish? All those people that infiltrated into the last soccer game. How many people
I
are
didn't
gonna
see
be
that.
are gonna lose their citizenship? How many people are gonna lose? Be a criminal. Like, and what's your take on that? Like,
I honestly didn't hear about it. I don't have enough information to put my take on it. I'll look into it. But overall, bro, like I said, if you're gonna come here, just do good.
exactly.
And it's a sense of just, it makes sense, dude. Like, dude, there's what's the number? I think it's like 10,000 people a day coming in,
Yeah.
and we don't know these people. We don't know their backgrounds.
Well,
we
it's
don't
more
know-
than that. It's more than 10,000.
It could be, and for me, it's just like, dude, do things the right way. That's all it is. Look, there's videos, dude, all around social media where
Yeah.
people are the people that are about to cross or whatever, where there is terrorists. So this is where I was going. My prediction is, after all this, dude, I think Trump will win. Okay. But just like COVID, because this is gonna piss off some people, but
Yeah.
I really do feel COVID was an attack. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was an attack that influence that they try to push to influence Trump out. Think about it, dude. Before COVID, the country was doing great, economy was doing great, everything was doing great. Besides Trump talking
Correct.
shit,
Correct.
everything was good, and that's
Yeah.
that's for me, dude. I don't judge the person because none of us are perfect. For you to
Yeah.
think the president should be perfect, you're fucking stupid.
Exactly.
He's fucking human. Okay? You cannot judge the person. You have to judge the fucking job. All of
Yeah.
us have had a fucked up boss that's a dick.
Exactly.
But ultimately, if he's getting the fucking job done, cool. I don't
Yeah.
mind being number 2, bro. As long as number 1 is badass.
And that's where I'm gonna follow suit, and a lot of people are gonna hate me from La Capital to Sinaloa to El Paso, Texas. But I love you. As long as one boss is chingon and takes one for the bullet. I asked for the shooter of Walmart to be transferred to Cerezo.
Highway.
Being that we have now the ones who took the bullet and took the sacrifice of obviously El Mayo and his godson. So I asked for the gentleman who shot Mexican citizens to be transferred.
Well, even that thing, I think that's bullshit, bro. That's taking so long to try the guy. Like,
It's
bro, what the fuck?
It's done on
He
purpose.
did it.
It's done on purpose. It's done on purpose. And I just ask that justice be tried and be done. You already got Mayo. You
Yeah.
already got all the Guzmans.
Like, trade him, you're saying?
Yes.
Like one thing I want to go back to, dude, just
Of course.
because it's one of those to where people still don't believe it. Okay, the assassination, bro. It was planned.
Of
Okay,
course.
it was planned. If
Of course.
like I said, if you think that Trump planned it, bro, come on. You would not put yourself in that
Of course.
situation. Any human, anybody that you ask will be like, no, I'm not trying to get shot. There's videos, countless videos of people calling the fucking shooter out, and the cops just didn't do anything. So, in that situation, bro, who do you think is at fault? Is it the Secret Service? Do you think the FBI had anything to do with it? Because let's go back to the head of the Secret Service appointed by Biden. You know what I mean? These are like I said, politics is favored.
We're looking at it from a different perspective.
Okay, so what do you?
Why does anybody have to be at fault? More or less, think about it this way.
Well, I mean, okay, if nobody's at fault.
No,
Why
no,
didn't,
no.
dude? If I get a ticket,
No.
Pinchy 4 cop cars show up.
Who would allow it? Who allowed it?
Exactly.
Who allowed it? Who allowed it? Who allowed it?
And then you see the Congress interviewing these people, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know."
Do you know what the most magnificent thing that somebody told me? He says, and he told me, I'm Jose Luis Rescas. He said the beautiful concoction that John F. Kennedy did is bring a lot of enemies to him, and that's exactly what happened. When you have 4 or 5 people against you, the Israelis, the Italian mob, the government, like it just sees a beautiful, concoction to, it is what it is. That's the same thing happened with Trump, and but and I am always gonna say this: the leader at the helm, who's controlling this, he's still in the belief that whatever he controls is gonna be able to work, and it hasn't. We see it from the Las Vegas shooting, from him, the Vegas shooter being fucking dead, to now, and I'm just tired of it. And I'm mentioning it because nothing's happened to me, nothing will happen to me. But it's time we change, what it was called.
Look, this is the way I see it, bro. In history, they've only tried to kill or have killed people that are trying to make a change for the better of the people.
Okay.
John F. K., Bob Marley, Ronald
Yes.
Reagan, Martin
Yes.
Luther King,
Yes.
now
Richard
Donald
Pryor.
Trump.
Yes.
So that's the way I see it.
Okay.
Like the powers
Okay.
that be
Yeah.
don't like somebody
Not
they
even
can't
the powers
control.
that be. It's just they're in the assumption that they control.
Exactly, and that's what they don't like about Trump. They can't control the motherfucker. He's
Exactly.
fucking rich.
Exactly.
He don't need their money. He don't.
Fucking, no.
One thing that I don't know if you've seen it. It's one of the he's talking to all these
Yeah.
rich motherfuckers, bro,
Yeah.
and he's like, all these people were my friends.
Yeah.
When they were asking me for money,
Facts.
they all took me to their
Facts.
family. They all took.
Facts.
And then when I decided to run for president, I'm an
Yeah.
asshole. I'm a
Yeah.
fucking this. I'm
Yeah.
a that. Hillary
Yeah.
Clinton being one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to me, dude, that's what gets me. That's
Yeah.
what's like, dude, you're exposing these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and they don't like it.
Yeah.
So that's why they try to take him out. Whether it was a Secret Service, whatever the fuck it was, there was something that somebody was like, no, don't execute. You know what I mean? There was that voice. We don't know who it is.
Yeah.
They haven't said
Why,
who
why
it
is
is.
it? Why is it that Hillary Clinton has never been to an impoverished area in Chicago or New York City or Ciudad Juarez, like being a sincere human being? And I will tell you this much right now, because it's fake. It's not even there. That's it. That's it. It's scripted, and I'm going to risk my life. Like It's dude.
Well, for me, look, it's not only just the person, right? It's not just Donald Trump. I like him. I just like that his views kind of line up more with mine. You know, look, I have nothing
Yeah.
against.
And why would he risk so much?
Exactly, bro. But look, views, right? Okay,
Yeah.
you see what's going on in the Olympics right now.
Course,
That boxer,
of
fucking trans boxer, being
Yes.
a shot of women. He's
Well,
against that.
apparently she's highly testosterone and whatever.
But she's a man, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's a man fighting women.
Facts.
I'm totally against that, bro. Like I'm an athlete. I've
Yes.
been in sports. I've played every sport, bro. And I mean I wouldn't want to fucking go like me. I'm just competitive, right?
Yes.
So me personally, I wouldn't want to go against women, just because that wouldn't bring the best out of me.
Of course not.
So you, even if you're a trans man, bro, why would you be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go against
No,
women?
but-
You know, like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just you
yeah.
trying to be a fucking like dick. You know, like
Why do you
just
think
the
they
fact
did
that it's being allowed, bro.
Why do you think they did that?
Who?
Especially
The
after
Olympics?
especially after the Olympics, apologizing after the Last Supper, and then this thing happened. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, and that's okay. So everybody's focusing on the Last Supper, right? Like everybody's like, oh, this is the
It's not focusing on that. It's a lack of disrespect, and then this happens. It's like, how many times is there common sense in the Olympic committee? Is there common sense in the Olympic who we bestow? Is there common sense? Period. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like I'm gonna go above that. Okay, I'm not. I have faith. I believe in Jesus, bro. You know, I don't want to say I'm too religious, but I do have faith in Jesus.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna take it above a level and say,
Okay.
why even have a fucking trans show? What does that
Thank
have
you.
to do with sports?
Thank you.
What does that have to do with anything? Isn't they? None of them were competing.
Thank
Like,
you.
why have that? Like, I understand the trans are fighting for whatever, you know, but that's a very small population in the world.
Yeah.
Why have it?
Well, think about
You
the
know what I
world
mean? That there's no. To me, it doesn't
wait a
make
minute.
sense.
Think about the world dynamics. We're looking to Iran right now, not having a settled leader. We're looking into the United States, not having a settled leader. At the same time, with Israel, they're going to be cut off because of when Trump comes in, they're going to keep. That's it. No more money, and then Ukraine, no more money. Okay, so all these dynamics are going to trickle down. Okay,
yeah.
But the one that is always going to be at the forefront, okay, that nobody ever tells you, that nobody ever dares to tell you, is always going to be the Mexican cartel.
Okay.
Okay, they're the ones that always keep everything running, and they're always gonna fucking recycle
So-
the monies.
Check this out, and just
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you there, but
Yeah.
there's a debate that I had with my brother. Okay, so
Alright.
my family, bro, we just debate about everything.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Go for it.
Okay, so the debate was because we were talking about how the cartels are just take over
Yeah.
Mexico and they run shit. Because we were talking about
It's not over Mexico. It's a world round.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking when the new president was elected, the female, I forgot her name, right?
Yeah.
We were like, oh, okay, cool, and my mom was like, no, well, nothing's gonna change. Nothing's gonna change.
Oh.
And then I, just being devil's advocate, I was like, well, no, nothing's gonna change because the cartel's still in power. And as long as we here in the
Yeah.
United States
Yeah.
continue
Yeah.
to be the number one consumer of drugs,
That's beside the point.
that will not
That's the
change
point.
because
Yeah.
it's supply and demand, right? If
That's
we want
what-
it, they're
yeah,
gonna produce
I'm
it.
glad you're putting this forward.
So
And
if
also, I do have to apologize to the president and
which one?
of Russia.
Russia? Why?
Yeah, I just need to.
Were you talking shit about him or what?
Yeah, I was. I was. I need to to apologize.
Well, a lot of people do. I mean,
And,
but
sorry,
the man
you're
wrestled
right.
fucking bears, so.
You're right. You're right.
But no, dude. Okay, like I said, so the debate was as long as we are the number one consumer of drugs, that's gonna stop. If we, as a United States, stop, then they stop, dude. So the previous president, because my brother was making a point that the previous president of Mexico hated America, right? Like he had something against America because he always would talk shit about us. And I was like, well, dude, he has every right to because we are the number one consumer of drugs. So as long as there's a want, they're gonna provide the need. If you eliminate that, then that changes the dynamics in Mexico. You know what I mean? Well, is that the solution? Well, who knows? Is that ever going to stop? Probably not, because we don't have the system here. You know, there's countries around the world that provide free health care to addicts, to stuff like that. We don't have that here. You know what I mean? And we're the number one consumer of drugs. So that's the problem that bleeds into Mexico. You know what I mean? And we have to admit that to ourselves, dude. As much as, you know, that's the reality of it. You see what I mean? So nothing's gonna change here as long as nothing changes here. You see what I'm saying? So that's my perspective. I'm not saying I'm right.
Well,
that's just what I think.
You're right.
You know,
you're
that's
right.
just what I think.
You're right, because in the sense is, unfortunately, I don't want to accept it, but it's true. And people are going to hate me, and they're going to come after me.
I hope not.
It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry when it comes to real estate, to you know, internet, realty. What we look into at the end is without human beings not be able to spend or not be able to click on the next thing is where we don't make any money. And quite frankly, I'm just tired.
Well, these are businesses that run the fucking world, dude. Okay, drugs. And now trafficking. Whether it's child trafficking, women, like, dude, that's what scares me, bro. The demand of like child trafficking here in America. Okay.
I want you to quote me on this. With the child trafficking, with the organ trafficking, a woman, I wanted to lie to myself that it had nothing to do with our people. But
It does.
it does. And it has to be another way that we can make money.
Yeah.
Like,
But why is it there, right? Like the question is, why is it there? Because the demand is here, bro.
the demand is not
And that's
here.
just not our people. That's fucking every race. You
Yes.
know, like we can't see it as a race thing. Yes, it might be our people crossing them over here, whatever. But this is around the world kind of shit. I mean, the Epstein thing, dude. This was around the world kind of shit.
And we're going to talk about the Epstein. The Epstein thing is 4 to 5 more fucking islands and fucking.
Yeah, there's more.
connections.
There's shit that we don't know.
Like-
He was just a scapegoat of it. I mean, not scapegoat. I'm sorry. He was just the poster child of it. You know what I mean?
It's no. He was connected with the Israeli fucking government, and he did what he did. It's really sad.
It is.
But when you look at our borderland, and what we've been through, you have to ask yourself, how was it allowed to fucking, so much?
It's money, bro. You said it yourself. It's a fucking billion-dollar company, business, bro.
It's sick, dude.
It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. I mean, you have children, or you have a daughter. I have children, bro, and it's one of those that, like, fuck, bro. Like,
It is.
I mean, there's certain things you can't like it is scary, bro. It's just scary, and I feel bad for.
Yeah, but it comes from the border, dude. At one moment, I was blaming the Gulf cartel, but it comes down to us. It comes down to this border.
But you know what? Too, I think laws, right? Like somebody who is caught with weed will do 15 years. A child predator will do 5. So one thing that I tip my hat out to Florida because they took the initiative, and it's death penalty now, bro. In Florida, if you're caught fucking as a child predator, it is a death penalty. And I feel, dude, if you do that, if you do that with, you know what I mean. But okay, that's the agenda, bro. And this is why I disagree with the whole trans thing. Okay, because now they're trying to normalize being trans. Okay,
it's not normal, and
it's not. But they're trying to normalize it. I mean, we just saw it in the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to normalize it, and then after that, what's next? You know, there's already the maps, the attracted to, you know, like child whatever.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna try to normalize that shit, bro, and that is not correct. You know, like in my views, I mean, if you think that, that's
no, but it's not correct. And let's go back to propaganda and World War II, and you know, all the things that they want to put into our thoughts, not our thoughts, but everybody's program. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if we were to look at our history, you know, Paso, Texas to Ciudad Juarez, during the '90s, unfortunately, there's been a lot of missing young ladies and a lot of missing kids, and I'm sorry to hear. Now it's gotten out of control. It's 2024, you know, and you have to ask yourself, where are these organs, where are these young women going? And I don't have the answer to that, other to tell you that we need help.
so okay. You running for president,
Yeah.
you get elected.
Yeah.
How would you change that?
That's a hard question.
Me personally, I would take the Florida route. I would take the Florida
How
route.
would you handle that?
Okay,
I
so
mean, it's a thirst.
well,
Like-
think
like-
think of the history, bro. Whenever crack, right, the
Right,
crack epidemic
can I
happened.
just be honest with you?
Go.
There was my ex-wife, which brought my lawyer, Lucianis, who was my brother. He said, "So your ex-wife said that you were kind, or you took, you know, a harmful touch on pedophiles." I was like, "Yeah, man, because they got hurt because of their family members, and you know that's why they became who they are."
Mhm.
Like, it's just, you know, me as a Christian and a Catholic, like, you're able to say, like, you know, I'm sorry, and you know, like, so you got hurt and you got traumatized, but that doesn't mean that you are who you are, and
You do it to someone else.
exactly,
Yeah.
you do it to someone else. And my ex-wife took it the wrong way, and anyways, man,
Well, look, the approach I would take, right, and I see it as, like I was gonna say, the crack epidemic, dude. When that happened,
facts.
when that happened, if you were caught with
Facts.
crack, it was like fucking 50 years in jail. Like they raised all,
Yeah.
you know, the penalty for it. So I would do the same thing, bro. Like I said, Florida taking the lead on this one, and I would do the same thing. If you get caught doing this shit, bro, you're fucking going to jail for fucking life.
But do you think it's really crazy that they all fucking meet up at a park and they all fucking, you know, share fucking thumb drives? Like, if it's not that I'm fucking a theorist or anything, but there has to be a superior fucking evil being or something else, man, to fucking
Push somebody to do
yeah, or create this shit, dude. It's just,
Yeah, I mean,
Why would you want to even affect um, innocent human beings? And I don't know the scripture in the Bible, but um, my brother Max, uh, you know, he told me, it's like, you know, how come you don't hate the you know, the demon or Lucifer or the devil? Is because sometimes, you know, in my belief, he's as equal to you and me, because God, you know, made us in His image, and I'm gonna stick with that till the end of the days that I die. Um, Now, why? Because we're only who we are, and at the end, when we die, what do we go with? Nothing.
well, I think that's when faith comes in, bro. Like, I look, me 10 years ago, if you asked me about God, I was like, no, there is no God. You know, I believe in a creator or whatever. But life experiences have taught me differently, bro. You know what I mean? And now my faith is God, dude. You know what I mean? It is as, and some people might see it as like, nah, dude, you're dumb. You know, whatever. Hey, by all means, you know.
By all means, yes, sir.
But I've been in situations where there was nothing else that could have gotten me out except divine intervention. I really do feel that.
Amen.
So I will go down to my last breath,
Same.
thinking,
Same.
believing
Yes,
in
sir.
that. And bad shit's gonna happen to you, bro. And that's to test the faith, bro. Look, I've talked about this before. I was a believer of Jesus, and I lost a daughter, and I was like, I didn't believe for a long time. You know what I mean? But there's this show I'm watching, and I encourage anybody to watch this show. It's called The Chosen on Amazon Prime, and it's the story of Jesus, bro. And the same situation happens to one of the apostles, right? His wife loses a baby, and he starts to question Jesus, bro. And then it speeds up to where they're in a boat. There's a storm, and Jesus appears to him, and he says, "Step out of the boat, walk on the water," and he does it, and he fucking, you know, and Jesus is like, dude, this, you know, like shit's gonna happen, or not like this, right? But shit's gonna happen to test your faith, bro. You know, it's gonna happen, and you gotta fucking keep believing it. And I'm not gonna sit here and preach and tell you, oh, it's real, it's
Bro,
your relationship.
I didn't know that. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
It's,
and you know how long you and I've talked. I didn't know that, bro.
Bro, watch the show. I guarantee you, it'll change just your view. Because, look, the Bible, dude, it's very cryptic, right? You'll read it and you won't understand it. You'll be like, what? And you probably might understand it, but you know.
No. It's not that it's cryptic. No. Hold up. I want you to back up. I want you to back up, bro.
Okay.
Bro, unintentionally, okay, you will understand it when you've been through it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true.
And unintentionally, although some peoples have changed things in, especially the King, 15th, James Bible, which is half bullshit, half real.
Mm.
But I will tell you this right now. What you're telling me, bro, I didn't know that. And you know I love you,
dude.
And, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't start with me, bro. It's a. I'm telling you to watch it because it's acting, obviously, you know. But this is coming from the. No. I'm saying
real.
I'm saying the scene in the show is acting, right? But it's coming from the Bible, dude. This actually, you know what I mean? And people are like, oh, how are you going to believe the Bible? It was written.
I understand that. But this, you can't fake.
You can't. And it's
you can't fake. And people see that.
It's faith, bro. It's faith. And I'm telling you, because I've been there, bro. Like, I've been to where my faith was tested in the worst way, you know? And I lost faith, bro. and that's when my
perfectly fine.
and that's
Because
when
we're
my
human
life
beings.
started like going a
And that's
different direction.
Because we're human beings, bro. It's perfectly fine.
It's part of life, bro. It's part of life. What I'm saying is, because bad shit happens to you, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not his fault. It's just that test, bro. You know, and ultimately, you live not for this world, but to be up there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's cool, man. It's something to dive into, and I suggest everybody does that. I suggest everybody does that. You know, watches that show. And if you start seeing life like that, because look, that's why I say I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, because religion has played a bad role in history. You know, they've
Correct.
used religion
Right.
to
Right.
conquer. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
but it's being spiritual is just your relationship with Jesus.
Yes.
So I encourage that. I encourage work on your relationship with Jesus, because
Well, while we're in the spiritual part, I will propose the viewer to delve into, you know, the Inquisitions by the Catholics. You know, the Nazis going after the Jews, and the Romans all of a sudden disappearing, but they're part of the Inquisition, and they're part of the Vatican Church. You're going after the witches. I'm not saying.
yeah, Salem trials, that was a big religious thing. Huh?
Yeah. So, I'm not saying that the Vatican is evil, but what I will incur is me being an altar boy. That's not what I signed up for. And the Vatican has the most. They hold the investments in the stock market in a lot of territories in
Yeah.
real estate, and move diamonds, people, and weapons. So
Look into it.
let the hand fall where it has. I'm just tired. Just tired.
All right, but well, look, we reached an hour. I want to thank you for having me in your home, and the conversation was dope. Always a fucking pleasure. I'm glad you're in town, so we could sit down and talk about this, because I know we always have a lot in our minds. But thank you, brother. Anything else you want to say to the viewers? Last message here.
Last message is to I just thank God that I have my brother Victor in front of me. That he could able to listen to me, because listening is the foremost a part of the apostles, and that's why they wrote it down. And always looked just consider yourself as a blessing to the Lord, and not just a vessel, but just thank Him for every single breath and every single reaction you have to anybody next to you. Because what the enemy wants is to seclude you and not have you be part of the world. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys.